I'm Marty Rudoy, and I'm going to talk about elevator pitches. Well, there are some basic rules to elevator pitches. First, say your name at the beginning and the end of your presentation, because people won't catch it the first time. And if what you say is captivating, they'll want to know your name at the end. So repeat your name at the beginning and the end. Focus on one thing that you do. We're all lawyers. We all can do a lot of stuff. Focus on just one thing. The more narrow you make it, the more your chances are of getting a referral. If you say, I'm a business lawyer, it doesn't tell anybody when they should refer to you or who they should refer to you. If you say, I'm a lemon law lawyer, well, then you know, okay, there's a person who's got a problem with a new automobile. That's who you refer. So lemon law is a great hook. Business lawyer is not. Litigator, well, it tells me that you can do litigation, but it doesn't tell me what kind of litigation you do. Is it IP litigation, federal court, state court? Divorce attorneys are litigators. So are real estate attorneys a lot of times. Bankruptcy attorneys are litigators. One example I like to use is an estate planning attorney. Well, that's great. We know you plan estates, but if you think about it, there's only a few times in people's lives when they're motivated to see an estate planning attorney. When they get married, when they get divorced, when they have kids, when they're thinking about retiring around 45 or 50, or when they actually retire around 60. So those are the 5 times that I would focus on if I were an estate planning attorney, and just pick one of them. It doesn't matter which one, because everybody knows you know how to plan estates. So if you say, I do estate planning for young couples who are just getting married, then we know exactly who and when to refer people to you. And that's the goal of your elevator pitch, so people know that. If you do class actions, well, there's consumer class actions and there's wage and hour class actions. Focus. We know you can do all class actions, but you want to focus your elevator pitch and brand yourself, because this is all about branding. Brand yourself so people know when to refer to you and who to refer to you. Now, make it interesting. Jokes are funny, but they don't always drive business your way. So unless the joke serves your elevator pitch, bypass it and use the joke during the meeting. Be sincere. I sometimes use an exercise. I want you to just tell me what you do. I'll tell people at elevator pitch time. Don't say anything you've said before. Make it real, because people will respond more to a ad-lib elevator pitch that really hits the mark than a canned presentation that they've heard 5 or 6 other times. Don't be afraid to use a different elevator pitch for different groups. When I go to most 10 meetings, I'm a real estate litigator. When I go to entertainment law meetings, I'm an entertainment lawyer, because I spent 20 years in the entertainment industry and I know it. But it doesn't help me to go to an entertainment law meeting and say I'm a real estate litigator, because that's not what they're looking for. And it doesn't make sense for me to go to the typical 10 meeting and say I'm an entertainment lawyer, because they're not likely to have entertainment business to refer to me. In fact, I had lunch with an entertainment lawyer last week, and he's not going to even say entertainment lawyer. What he does is international business transactions, because a lot of the deals he does in entertainment deal with financing of a film in Estonia. Well, that's less about entertainment and more about international business. So he's not even going to say he's an entertainment lawyer at meetings. He's going to say he's an international business lawyer. And that's a niche nobody else has got right now. And so he'll be the only one doing that. And he'll get a lot more business than he would have if he said what he had planned on saying. A key element is don't sell. Never sell at a meeting. Never spam people. Never put 10 people on a mailing list, an email list from your firm. We don't like that. 10 is not about selling. It's about building relationships from which business may or may not spring. But in our experience, over 40% of members get referrals in any calendar year. And those referrals are worth at least $30,000. So members, we did a survey, have gotten between 1 and 8 referrals in our first year of business, which means that a lot of the members were only members 6 months or less. Few members were members all 12 months. But still, they were able to obtain between 1 and 8 referrals from 10 and make at least $30,000 off the referrals that they got. There was even at least one multi-million-dollar fee that came out of a 10 referral. So, don't sell, concentrate on your uniqueness, and avoid meaningless jargon. We know what jargon is, but not everybody knows what EV5 is. So if you're elevator pitches, I handle EV5 transactions. 40 or 50 or 60% of the people in the room won't understand what it is. Or if I specialize in documenting 1031 exchanges. Well, unless you're a real estate lawyer, or a tax lawyer, you're not going to know what a 1031 exchange is. So avoid jargon because it doesn't help explain what you are. We recommend you develop a hook. The IP or the IP doctor or the patent doctor. One member has that as his hook, and it's great because you know what he does. By calling himself a doctor or a guru or a nerd, it tells you that they tend to focus on that area. And the modifier, their area, tells you in what area they practice. Now with Billy Robbins, for example, he calls himself the IP doctor. And he works on patents mostly, I think. But I know he can do trademarks, he can do copyrights. And so limiting yourself allows people to expect that you do more than just that one narrow area. We're all lawyers, of course, and so we think we can do it all. But I'll tell you why I'm happy about 10. It's allowed me not to do cases where I don't have, a great depth of knowledge. I can do employment cases, but I'm not all that great at it, and there's always a learning curve. And so by having 10 where I can refer those cases out to people who do a better job than I do, frankly, I know that they'll send me real estate cases that they could take a stab at but not have confidence in their abilities to do. So develop a hook, have it be descriptive of what you do, and narrowly focused. The narrower, the better. An area, I do divorce law, doesn't help. We have to know what kind of things you specialize in. Do you specialize in custody battles, high dollar value, or no asset cases if you're a bankruptcy attorney? Let us know what you do. Do you do Chapter 11s? Do you do Chapter 7s? Do you do Chapter 13s? Do you represent creditors in bankruptcies, or do you represent only debtors in Chapter 7s? Let us know. That helps us determine exactly who to refer to you. One thing, after you've done your elevator pitch for a while, if you're bored by it, chances are everybody else was bored by it 3 months ago. So keep it fresh, keep it different, keep changing it, keep modifying it, keep honing it to make it more interesting, more compelling, and more narrowly focused. Of course, match your pitch to the people in the room. That's the entertainment law example I gave before. Use humor, but not if it distracts from your pitch. And I even do this. I'll target one potential client in the room. If I know somebody's looking for a lawyer who knows eminent domain, I'll do an elevator pitch that says, I do anything real estate, including eminent domain. So he'll know that I do it. It's like not asking for business, because you never want to be in a position of doing that, but you're making yourself available. And that's all that 10 can do. 10 puts possibilities in your path. You're going to have to sell the deal, but All you can do is get referrals from people, a potential business. It's up to you to make the sale. It's up to us to help get you business, because we know if we get you business, you'll turn around and thank us by getting us business. Well, those are the nuggets I've got today for your elevator pitch. Keep it short, 30 seconds. I like to have as my top. If it goes for a minute, people's attention start waning, and you're going to lose any benefit you've gotten by starting out with a bang. There you go. Good luck. Good networking. All right, goodbye.